And Natchitoches Parish fire officials spent a large part of the afternoon battling a fire near Marthaville. The pictures you are seeing were taken by the Natchitoches Parish Sheriff's Office. According to NPSO, just before 2 p.m., parish firemen responded to a structure fire in the 3700 block of Highway 487. Despite a quick response from Natchitoches and Sabine Parish authorities, the house was consumed by flames and ultimately destroyed. No word on what caused the blaze. However, it was just reported to us that the family lost 2 dogs in that blaze. Our thoughts and prayers go out with them.